Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome for my next little update video on my journey to passive income. As you might have seen if you watched the last one, which I'll probably post it right up at the top there, we started with 3 projects, and as DeFi has it, it never likes to keep you in too many things for too long, and the FUD train slash hate train slash all kinds of other things, and including some stuff that might be not so up and up on these projects, has caused a little bit of readjustment, let's say, on how we're going to approach the future of our projects that are paying us money. So a couple of things to note, I guess, is obviously Optimus has been the most recent bearer of FUD and other things, and I'm not going to say there's zero merit to the information that's being processed, but unfortunately, like always, the information is not well vetted, and I think there is definitely some extra stuff being passed by certain people that maybe is not properly researched, let's say. I don't agree with all the information that's being passed. I definitely agree with some. I think there could be more transparency, like there could be in all of DeFi. And it would be nice to see a little bit more openness, and I'm not saying show the secret sauce per se, but a little bit more openness on how everything's being run and what you can show, because to say you can't show trade logs and stuff, I mean, there's definitely some things that can be showed without showing the secret sauce, in my opinion. So not to go too far into that, but just my quick 2 cents on there is I think there's some opportunity for more transparency to help create more longevity for these projects and more faith in them. I don't want blind faith, but just some more opportunity to understand the project a little more in depth without it being able to be copied, because this is the other side of the coin, right? And I'll always be an advocate or a devil's advocate on things. If they showed everything, it would not be long and not be hard for somebody to fork what's going on here at Optimus, and that would be just as bad. You create forks, and this has happened before with Titano, with anything else, and especially in a bear market, there's not a whole lot. We're at a quarter of what DeFi had in investable assets back in the bear market. So if you start spreading around this small piece of the pie too much, then it's hard for any of these projects to do as well as they could, and so that ends up causing just as much failed projects as other things. So I get why they're not showing everything, but at the same token, like I say, there should be more transparency, in my opinion. That said, I am enjoying the returns on Optimus. I am going to be very cautious with it right now. I'm not sure, again, whether the BSC thing is the greatest plan of attack, but that said, I'm not behind the curtain. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm not going to sit there and say that they're absolutely wrong in what they're doing without seeing what their end result is. And will it be good? Will it be bad? I don't know. I'm going to be cautious with my funds. I may pull some out for a week or two, depending on how I see things going. I did today actually even pull some out, luckily at the high, and was able to buy back in at the low today. And I probably could have done a couple more times, but I was not available to watch it as much as you need to start doing those kind of things. So I ended up giving myself a few more OPT. So apologize for the long-windedness, but let's get into a little bit of a look here. So let's just go over to the spreadsheet, because that's kind of what tells everything. So obviously stable fund, I've had to zero everything out. There's no earnings happening right now in there. I have decided to keep my funds in there. I will see how it goes, because I'm not, like, it's not $1 million. I got a fairly small bag in there. That said, it's probably a bigger bag than it should be for what I have in DeFi, but again, I've committed that. I'm going to keep it there and see what happens. Who knows? Maybe a bad choice. I feel like I'm doing other things to earn either income in DeFi by doing modding and videos. Well, videos I'm not making anything on, but the individual ones here and there. But doing other things to try and earn back any money. So this lost money is, I kind of account it as towards certain incomes that I have coming in and going, okay, this is this much time in the market for me, where I can ROI it separately than inside the protocol. So I'm going to leave that in there. Right now, like I said, I've zeroed it out, and we'll see what happens. This one is another one, unfortunately, that I think we're going to have to replace. I don't know what the timeline is on that. Obviously, it's draining quite quickly, so everyone be cautious with this one. I might at some point very soon have to pull whatever I have and start earning half on it, because I don't want to lose it completely. But definitely watching the TVL closely, and it could be within days or hours that I'm going to pull what I have in here, which I'll show you in a moment, and then at which point my returns will drastically be reduced in half, which means this number will go in half, and it'll again affect this number. Optimus, as I said, I was able to make a little buy in, buy out, and I think I got an extra 30-40 OPT out of it all, OPT3. So I've done that, and we can see that I'm earning 10.54 a day right now on that one. And I have added PGM. This one's a little bit of a risky play, but I definitely would like to get a second, a third, and a fourth, and possibly a fifth project on this whole thing, just to kind of give it a little bit more stability, kind of create that base that I talked about last time, that foundation of being able to have one leave and be able to add one back on. And especially with Horde, I'm just concerned that we do need a replacement fairly shortly, potentially. I hope they can find a way to curb the emissions and keep it going. I think they've got great ideas, and I'd like to see the Horde team continue to develop inside the space. As much as they are not a docs team, I feel like they're still a passionate and integrity-driven team. As much as this thing has collapsed recently, I think they've done it a little bit more. They could have done it better, but they've definitely done it with a little bit more foresight, as opposed to just letting it go to zero like so many other projects have done, and held on too long before they've pulled the plug, or at least made changes in order to help bring some longevity and help give some of the people that have not ROI'd an opportunity to hopefully ROI. Return on, like, get their at least initial investment back, I mean. And then Optimus, as I said, normal, and PGM. So right now we're up to about $59 a day in passive income with these three projects. As I said, though, one can change quite quickly. And again, I've adjusted what I'm thinking I'm going to put in here to try and get my average income going there. I may, again, even adjust this quite a bit. I've just done these up today, but as I said, I'm still a little bit whatever, but if I add a couple of projects, I'll probably spread that out from here. And depending on how this one goes, I might keep going into it. It depends on referrals. So I do appreciate referrals on this one. If you are looking to use it, I'd love it if you use mine. I am using that to inject more into here right now. And then as I grow this, the daily on there, I will start doing some giveaways on the funds that I earn on there. Hopefully by that time I'll have my Discord, and I'll give extra chances to the people that have actually given me referrals if they want to join the Discord. But if not, I'll try and work it into somehow into the giveaway. So anyways, that's babbling enough on that. So all right, if you go into here onto the account, so we'll just see what we got here. So as I said in my spreadsheet, we've got 698 OPT now. I think I was at 650 or so whenever I did the buy and sell option, because the price had gone up and down a little bit there. We'll take a quick look at that in a second. So my earnings right now are $10 per day, which I've updated my spreadsheet with. And per month, we're looking at 369, so not bad there. And if you click on this guy here, you will see there's been a little bit of, well, I guess we'll just go right into here. So there's been a little bit of, so I ended up, I think, selling around here and then buying around here, which worked out all right. Or maybe it was one of the other ones. Anyways, and then missed this other dip here, or this dip. So things are going all right there. There definitely is some more turmoil. This is a little bit more volatility than we've seen on this one. Usually it's kind of a straight down, a straight up, but they definitely did mention they were kicking back in the liquidity and pulling some back in, which seemed to have bring it back up and stabilized it a little below what we were used to. So we'll see how that transpires, but right now we're sitting at that. And that's basically it for OPT. So we'll quickly go over to Horde. So as you can see, I got about $740 sitting here claimable with my plots that I have. This one here, I would love to wait till that one has to pull out until that one has decayed, but it looks like we may not have that time on our side. So in order to protect what money I do have here, I have ROI in this one, so it's not the end of the world. But at the same token, we all like to get as much as we can out of any of our investments. So I'm going to pull that out at some point based on liquidity, which you can see on Dune fairly easily if you wanted to search that up. And maybe we'll take a little peek at that at the end if you have some interest. And then Prosperity Gem Trading. So we'll flip over to that one. And I do have a little bit on the TRON. I think it's only $100, so I don't go really into that one too much. I'm just going to let it do its thing. The agreement form doesn't always show up here. I think it's because I've already filled it in. You just click anywhere here and it deletes it, and then you can scroll down and check out your stuff. So as I said, I've had a little bit of referrals, which I appreciate. Thanks so much, guys. And I have rolled them into here for now, so we're up to 1,000 here, giving me the $20 a day because I had done a withdrawal yesterday. That's why there's a little gap between here, because I pulled out what I had earned and also put it in with this. And so we'll keep growing this for now until we get up to at least 2,000, and then from there, we'll start doing some giveaways as well. I may even get a little higher than that because I'd love to be able to pull out about $50 a day and then maybe do some giveaways of like some of my $50 allotments that I pull out. But you can only pull out every 7 days now, so we do have to be cautious of that. So I'll figure that out as I go to try and give some back to y'all. So as I said, this one's a little bit of a risky play. I don't know really where it's going. They did give back their from the previous project they had going. They did a full refund. I got mine back. So it definitely gave me some more faith. I can't really say I believe they're doing just mining, but I think they have to do that as a cover for them to still do the trading and stuff. But so that does give me some concern. But on the other side of the coin, they've been really transparent on everything, at least certain things anyways, that they can be, I guess. I'm thinking they can't be as transparent as they'd like because they're operating in the US and they can't actually be trading because then they become a security exchange and they just can't do that legally. So that's my assumption. I really don't know. I don't get to see behind the curtain, so I can't tell you. So other than that, that's basically it. So as I said, I've done a little bit of an update here. What I'd really love from you guys is if you have any ideas on a third or fourth and fifth project that you think might be good to add to this, and that you'd like to see me maybe do a little bit more of an in-depth review of that maybe I haven't done already, then please put that in the comments. Would love to hear from you, and then we'll get that as the next one. Coming very soon, I'll be doing a little bit more Alchemy Trades videos and redoing those. The training videos for that, including a server setup for a VPS for everyone, because that's been very highly demanded or requested on the Alchemy Trades website. So I'm looking forward to doing that for you all and for myself, because I haven't looked into it yet. So looking forward to that. I think that about covers it all, guys. Thank you so very much, as always, for your support. Please do like and subscribe, and I appreciate, again, everything. This has been a great... I keep saying the same thing. I don't like to sound like a broken record, but it's really hard not to keep thanking you guys for the growth that we're going through and seeing, and the support that you guys give me. And I know a few of you even see me out in Discords and say hi and say, I'm seeing you everywhere. And I appreciate that. It's nice to see that it's noticed. And I am trying to be a positive presence in DeFi. A lot of my modding is to just help spread positivity and help everybody hopefully win where they can. I know it's hard. Some people you're losing money here and there, and it makes it quite discouraging. There is a way to earn money here, but you do have to be careful. You have to have a plan. You have to be methodical and keep the emotions at bay as best as possible, and make sure that you're getting your initial back. I've said this in many Discords, and sometimes numerous times in the same Discord, because not everybody's on at the same time, and everybody really kind of realizes that this is really important right now. You need to get your initial investment back. You need to be focused on your needs within reason, because the protocols are not, they're looking out for themselves too, right? So be safe, and definitely have a plan and stick to it. And if you have any questions or want to hear or discuss plans and how you're looking about that, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And yeah, let's grow our bags together. Thank you so very, very much, and have yourselves a wonderful day.